Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Monday, April 13th, 2026. A body found in the road in Wonder Valley was identified as the victim of a suspected murder in Highland. On Friday morning at around 9:45 a.m., the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says that a person was traveling on Gamble Road in Wonder Valley when they say they saw the victim. Deputies say the deceased person was found in the roadway, partially sitting in a wheelchair that was on its side. The sheriff's homicide detail responded to the scene and say that wounds to the victim's body suggested he had been murdered somewhere else and left in Wonder Valley. They identified the victim only as a 60-year-old transient of Highland. Detectives identified a suspect, Jimmy Rodriguez, a 38-year-old resident of Moreno Valley. They say that the victim and Rodriguez were in a physical altercation in the city of Highland that led to the victim's death. Detectives say Rodriguez drove the dead body to Wonder Valley and left him in the roadway. Jimmy Rodriguez was arrested on suspicion of murder and booked at the Central Detention Center, where he remains held without bail. 7 United States Marines were honored by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department for assisting with the rescue of an injured dirt bike rider near Johnson Valley. On Thursday, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department held their annual Exceptional Service Awards, where 7 Marines stationed at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center were recognized. The Marines all received the Sheriff's Life-Saving Award. The Sheriff's Department said that on August 24th, 2025, San Bernardino County Fire responded to a report of an injured dirt biker in the sand dunes near Johnson Valley. They said that the dirt bike rider was suffering from a broken arm and leg and that County Fire requested assistance. The Sheriff's Department said that 7 Marines from the base were able to locate the injured rider and provide immediate medical attention, and they also assisted with communication to other first responders. The Marines honored were Officer Brian Derby, Hospital Apprentice Guillermo Crane, Hospital Apprentice Luke Rowley, Corporal Fabian Navarro, Corporal Hunter Richard, Corporal Walker Swithenbank, and Corporal Martin Tripp. The Sheriff's Department says that once the Marines located the rider, HAs Kane and Rowley, along with Corporal Swithenbank, immediately began rendering first aid and established communications. Corporal Navarro observed an arterial bleed to the rider's upper arm and applied a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. Corporal Tripp stabilized the rider's broken leg. Corporal Richard and Officer Derby prepared the landing zone for the Sheriff's Aviation Division and coordinated communications between medical personnel and the dirt bike rider's family. The rider was secured on a backboard and carried up a hill by Aviation and Marine Corps personnel to a helicopter. The patient was flown to the hospital for emergency medical treatment. The Sheriff's Department said that the patient arrived to the hospital in critical condition and may not have survived the incident without the intervention of the 7 Marines. The Sheriff's Department's Exceptional Service Awards recognize those that have gone above and beyond the call of duty. The Inland Coalition for Immigrant Justice is attending today's Landers Homestead Valley Association meeting tonight. With a look at their agenda, here's Annalise Kuiper.
Tonight, the Inland Coalition for Immigrant Justice is scheduled to inform the Landers Homestead Valley Association of their rights and what to do if ICE agents show up at one's home or work. Do the agents need a warrant? Can a person be arrested or detained based on the color of their skin? Is photography or videography permitted? These and other questions will be addressed at tonight's meeting. 4 local schools are threatened with closure in the next 18 months, and Landers Elementary School is one of them. Find out what the options are and how to get involved in the decision-making process. Located at Belfield Hall, 58380 Ricci Road in Landers, just east of the post office, the meeting begins at 5 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
Construction on Old Woman Springs Road continues this week. The California Department of Transportation announced that maintenance crews will be working on State Route 247, known locally as Old Woman Springs Road, beginning today through Friday. That work will require the closure of the northbound number 2 lane between Paxton Road and Buena Suerte Road. The closures are scheduled for 9 a.m. through 3 p.m. Caltrans asks drivers to watch for signage and reduce speeds in work zones. This is a reminder that 2025 tax season is winding down. This year in San Bernardino County, the tax filing deadline date is April 15th. There are no automatic extensions this year, as there have been in the past few years, owing to catastrophic weather conditions. There are always options to defer your taxes past the tax day deadline. If you make less than $70,000 a year, there's a group of IRS certified volunteers ready to help you prepare your tax return for free. The county's Transitional Assistance Department has locations all over the county. There are offices in Yucca Valley and 29 Palms. You can call 877-410-8829 for more information about that program. Are you ready to laugh out loud and shed a few tears? Theater 29 announces casting for its roller coaster dramedy Steel Magnolias, hitting the stage in May. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas says you won't want to miss this gutsy Southern play.
Theater 29 and director Lisa Hodgson are thrilled to finally share the heartbeat of the upcoming production Steel Magnolias. Director Hodgson says Steel Magnolias is more than just a play. It is a profound celebration of the delicate as a flower, strong as steel spirit that defines the bonds of womanhood. In the sanctuary of Truby's beauty shop, we witness the power of a community that laughs through the tears and holds one another up when the world feels heavy. It serves as a beautiful reminder that while life is fragile, the friendships we forge are unbreakable. Guided by an all-female production team, they have a remarkable cast of women to bring this iconic story to life. Portraying the ladies of Chinkapin Parish are some familiar faces, including Sabrina Olson as Shelby Eatonton-Latchery, Virginia Sulik as Weezer Boudreau, and Laura Harwood as Truby Jones. Newer faces are Amy Miranda as Belinda Eatonton, Heather Clisby as Clary Belcher, Gabriela Nicolette Garcia as Anel Dupuy de Soto, as well as Patty Brown as the boisterous radio DJ. Come sit a spell and experience the wit, warmth, and unwavering strength of these dynamic women. Steel Magnolias will run weekends from May 8th through May 24th. This production is supported by a generous grant from Visit 29. Tickets are available at theater29.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Arts and Entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And finally, in sports, the 29 Palms High School Wildcats varsity baseball team lost to Indio High School 8-7 on Thursday. Jax Landon, Eduardo Avalos, and Anthony Gabriel Jr. each collected 2 hits for 29 Palms. The Wildcats accumulated a total of 10 hits in the game. Eduardo Avalos led 29 Palms with 3 runs batted and went 2 for 4 on the day. The Wildcats turned 1 double play in the game and didn't commit a single error in the field. Wildcats varsity baseball will host Coachella Valley High School tomorrow at 3:15 p.m. The 29 Palms High School track and field team traveled to Indio in their first Desert Valley League contest. The Lady Wildcats began to defend their league title with an 89-26 victory, while the boys were overwhelmed 90-33. The top scorers for the girls were senior Ania Haynes and freshman Jada Nelson. Coy Wallace was the top scorer for the boys with 12.25 points. He jumped 5'6" in the high jump, taking first place. He also earned second with a 17'9" in the long jump, and second place in the 100 meter with a personal record in league qualifying time of 11.32 seconds. Next week, the Wildcats will host Coachella Valley High School in a Desert League battle. The 29 Palms High School boys varsity tennis team traveled to Indio High School on Thursday. The Wildcats lost a nail-biter by tying Indio 9-9, but ultimately losing in games 73-76. In singles action, Jeremy Burke swept all 3 of his sets. In doubles action, the team of Michael Acosta and Shad Johnson won 2 of their sets. The Wildcats face Indio again this Thursday. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.